All right, what's up, guys? Life is a Game podcast. I'm Aries, and I'm here with my boy
What's up,
Vadazi.
guys? Welcome to episode 3, where we're going to be following the game plan. Now, if you haven't watched episode 2 or 1, you should check it out before watching this. In episode 2, we reviewed how video games can be a distraction. Now, we want to break you out of this cycle. So, we want to develop a plan for you to just take your life to new places that you've never seen before.
Take your life to the next level. All right, so if you guys ever want to keep an eye out for our episodes where we drop some knowledge, help you get out this cycle, Vadazi was saying, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Flonestt. Keep an eye out for new episodes on the Anchor app. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter. We'll be dropping some, maybe, some little gems that might not be on here, but, who knows? So check us out. Anyway, so before we get into this episode, I want to say we didn't watch episode 2. It's going to tie in really nicely with this episode. So if you haven't done so, go check that out before you listen to
Definitely.
this. All right. So let's get right into it. All right. So step 1. What I want to say is the way to follow the game plan is basically to have a plan to execute, right? So first off, we need to analyze your daily routine. What are you doing every day? So from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, I want you to write everything down. So if you get up, you shower, you brush your teeth, you make breakfast, drink coffee, maybe you work out, maybe you go to work.
Scroll on your phone.
Maybe for a couple of, half an hour before, right after you wake up. If maybe you have a pet, you have to go walk them. Let's see, what else? If you have a job, what are you doing at your job? Right after work.
Commute.
Exactly, like the things you're eating, every single thing you're doing, I want you to write it down.
Yeah. Oh, pen and paper also, guys.
Pen and paper, it's psychologically proven to last long in your head. Anyway, that's a topic for another story. So right after that, I need you to, maybe you have a highlighter, you could do this, right? So down the list, try to see the things that maybe are impacting your life in a negative way. So let's give you a for instance. If you're, let's say, playing video games for like 2-3 hours a day, what exactly are you getting out of that? I mean, unless you're like this, superhuman that's a pro gamer and you could, that's
That's
basically
you.
your job, then that's another story,
Yeah.
right? That's specifically to you. But for most part, we're doing as leisure. I personally have done it, and just reducing the number of hours a day that I'm playing just significantly improved my life. So I suggest you do the same. So anything that's on that list, I need you to highlight it. So maybe like you're eating McDonald's, so I need you to highlight that. Playing too much video games, scrolling too much on your phone, laying down on the couch too much when you should be working out, and just highlight those things, and then just compare them. So like the good things versus the bad things. And after that, I need you to try to see like where things are, what's going to build momentum, right? So if you're going to kill some things off the list, where is that extra time going to go, right? Vadazi was saying like it was like a domino effect, right? So if you take a look at the negative side of the list and you start cutting out the video games and you put that into working out, Vadazi, take it from me.
Yeah, so we were talking over this before, and then like I came up with, well, not really came up with, but then like you have to think about it like this: if you're eating bad food, where are you getting the bad food? Okay, let's say you're getting it off of Uber Eats. Oh, your Uber Eats, you're calling up an Uber for McDonald's every day or something. So, 1, that's bad food consumption. 2, that's also taking money out of your bank account when you could have like walked or cooked yourself. So
Facts.
And then like you're just deteriorating yourself. Meanwhile, you could have simply, tweaked how you went about to, in this case, get breakfast. You could have tweaked that around and then just live a better and healthier life.
And not be broke. He was saying, like, exactly. That's really the point, right? So, like, in the morning, let's say, like, I'm late for work, so I guess I'll order. I don't know. On the way to work, I'll get some McDonald's because it's fast, cheap, and it's on the way to work, right? So like you're already
Coffee's a
starting
big
off the
one.
day. That's true. Coffee really is a big one. I mean, I want to do this thing where I just like completely cut off coffee for like 30 days. I mean, I drank coffee yesterday or today, so we'll see how far that goes. I'll let you guys know on that no coffee journey.
Ooh, secret video coming up.
Tastes good though. Not gonna lie, I'll miss it. All right, yeah, like you said, video coming up. So yeah, I mean, listen, you're already putting this shit food in your body right from the start. And personally, after eating McDonald's, I get so lethargic and lazy, and like I just want to go back to bed because it's so heavy and greasy. But you should be eating like eggs and spinach with the water or whatever floats your boat. It's just got to be healthy. It takes into like for a downward spiral, right? So if you eat the shit food, you're gonna it's gonna take a toll on your your energy. It's gonna put you in a bad mood. Then you gotta go to work and deal with all this other stuff. And then at work, you don't have the energy to do the things that you're
Anything.
supposed to do, or you're like behind. And then you're basically you're end of the line. You're slacking, and then it impacts your work negatively. Maybe you get in trouble, and then you piss off your employer, and then your employer pisses off you. Then you go home in a grumpy mood. Then you go
Go hit up the computer.
back home. You'll hit up the computer. You eat more shit food, and it's just continuous like a domino effect, right? But what you want to do is do the opposite thing. So like get up in the morning early, cook yourself some good food, which is gonna save you money in the long run if you cook your own food. And if you eat healthy, it's gonna be even better. Have more energy, maybe work out, go to work, get energized. You're ready to just do what you got to do. Get out of work, go home, just want to relax for a little bit. Then maybe cook yourself some more good food. Maybe you work out again, take a walk, and then just focus on what you want to do in the future. Maybe you want to get a different job so you get educated at home, and because you ate that good food, you have more energy to study after work. I mean, again, it's like domino effect. You choose what
Yeah.
you see, you reap what you sow. So right after that, so again, just take a look at the things that are bad on the list. See what you cut off right away. Whether like if you smoke, eat bad food, you game for most. You just binge on Netflix, social media right after work, before work, doesn't matter. But remember, this is always subjective to you. Whatever it's negatively impacting you, like maybe social media is your job, so I mean, there's no way around that. But like things that are just like, cutting away your time and just putting you in like this place where you're just like you're not at your full potential. You feel me? So do that. Then take a look at that. Pretty good. Like, are you working out? Are you cooking good food? Are you getting educated? See where you could put that extra time that you cut out. Put want that could. So if you study more, you could potentially get a better education, get a better job, make more money. Everybody wins, right? Then again, just what do you want?
Yeah, you have to look at it
So
like between two different hands. So like one hand you got like your McDonald's, and then the other hand you got your homemade egg mixed with spinach and sausage or something, right? So like, I mean, it's up to you. Which hand do you want to take? So
exactly.
moving on. So what do you have something to say?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, like now it's time to formulate that plan. So when you're doing this, obviously you have to make it easy to comprehend for you. You don't want it to be exceptionally hard. You're not a master chef. No one wants you to be a master chef. But okay, the day before,
you gotta cook up something.
The day before, go to the supermarket. Write down a list of things you need, and then buy them. Just do your research. The internet's very
Easy.
valuable.
I'll tell you guys how I did it. All right, so I'm doing it right now in front of you. All right, so when I was starting to do this, I was like 10 cheap, easy meals. Search. Boom. I mean, like, there's no excuse. Like, go online, type in whatever you need. Like, if it's 10 easy, cheap meals, it's really up to you. Like, some things I don't want to try. Like, Like, or like even look at this. Number one, better than Chipotle DIY chicken burrito bowl. Like, you save money by not going to Chipotle. You build your own shit, and you could customize it however you want.
Yeah, there'd be something for everybody. Like, I personally, I'm not a fan of fish. Some people are vegans, so like, just educate yourself. Figure out what can you do in your price range.
Exactly, and there was a saying that I used to hear. It was like stupid. It's called the KISS method or something. Just keep it simple, stupid. But what I like to look at is just keep it stupid simple. So I mean, what do you need to do? How do you fix it? And how you go about it. What's my problem? How do I fix it? And how do I execute? So I mean, just like any other video game, like there's a plan that needs to be followed. Like if you played multiplayer games or you play like League of Legends, like you just don't do whatever. Like you don't just fucking walk around aimlessly. Like there's a plan, there's communication, and you can bring that skill from those games into the real world. So like, where do you need to go? What do you need to do? What supplies do you need to make this happen? So write out your goals and envision yourself achieving. So like, let's say you want to lose a few pounds. All right. So what do you need to do? Work out, eat healthy, get good sleep, drink water. So do it. I mean, we really tend to make life so difficult when it's so easy. But that's really what it is. Like, just consistently work out, eat healthy, drink water, and then you'll be fit. It won't happen overnight, but you'll be fit. Trust me. I promise you. Anyway, just remember to always cut out the bullshit that isn't helping you. Like, either completely or just start cutting it down, like, bit by bit. Like, if you're watching too much TV, analyze how much time you're watching TV. Is 3 hours? All right, let's say 1 week you decide to make it 2, then 1, then half an hour. Even watch TV anymore because you realize it's a waste of time. I mean, like I said, just follow the game plan. Just you have to have that mindset. You can't give up after the first week. Like, nobody gets ripped after 1 week in the gym. Nobody gets ripped after a year. Long-term process. You just got to be in there for the journey, right?
Right. Like, you're not gonna go through this like easily because it's gonna be a big shift in like your everyday schedule. So what you might be eating, let's say like in your college dorm room, and then let's say you're right about to move out to your like first apartment or something. I don't think you want to be eating like pizza and cup noodles every day. Like,
no.
Like if you
Definitely
actually
not.
have a job, you're doing good, do something about it. Capitalize on it. You don't want to be going to your job all sluggish and like not up to par with everyone else. You want to have the edge. You don't want to be behind.
There's no excuse. I mean, to see where you're spending money that's BS, put that into your health, where it's going inside your body. Just double down on yourself, man. That's all I gotta say.
Or even people that spend too much money on like materialistic things.
Yeah, like I used to see a lot, like different places that I worked, like people just always buying like takeout for lunch and takeout for breakfast and takeout.
This goes back to the coffee thing.
Dude, exactly. Like even coffee in the morning. Like
you can make coffee at home if you want coffee.
Exactly. And then how much do you spend for coffee at Starbucks? $5? Damn. That's a ripoff, man. I don't drink Starbucks like that no more. But
I was saying materialistic things, as in like, people, let's say, buying too many clothes, or let's say makeup, shoes.
After I can't really speak on makeup like that because I don't wear none. But like clothes in general, like I could attest. I have so much clothes in my wardrobe that I do not use or I haven't used in like 2 years.
I'd imagine it'd be the same for like makeup or something. Like, everyone has their thing, or even gambling.
Everyone has their thing. Exactly. So I mean, listen. I mean, everything is all right in moderation, but like once you go over the top and like you're spending a lot of your money on that, it's time to take a step back, analyze your situation because
before you lose your home.
It ain't good. Exactly. So again, like once in a while, like if you're a heavy coffee drinker every day, Monday to Friday, maybe cut out a day where you don't drink Starbucks, you make coffee at home. Other 4 days, you go to Starbucks. Then you do 3, 2, then you do 4, 1, then you do all your days. I guarantee you're not gonna miss Starbucks like that. It ain't that. It's not all that. I can tell you myself. Just go ahead and try
one
it.
thing that I've actually been doing, so I'm in Australia. Well, okay, so I've been starting to be drinking tea, right? And then like, I would normally put 2 sugars in my tea. I started just putting 1, and like I barely even noticed like a difference. Only 1 sugar, teaspoon. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't even put any.
Really? No, I always put sugar before, and I'm like, I need to cut this down.
I mean, I'm probably drinking 4 local of tea. I'm drinking the Lipton brand where it's tea and tangerine. But I don't even put sugar in it, bro. I've heard people putting milk in it too, but like I just drink it straight up.
I don't put milk.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, everyone's got their thing, right? So again, so like if you're starting to do good, like if your goal is working out, quitting gaming as much, spend more time reading or studying something, or even just trying to give up some of your bad habits, don't forget to treat yourself. I mean, just if you're doing good, don't be like, oh, like until I reach my goal, like I'm not gonna touch this thing or whatever, or I'm not gonna drink coffee no more. Like, nah, like if you like it, cool, do it. But like, don't, if you know it's bad for you, if you do it every day, then don't do it every day. It's fine. So again, just be aware that at times, like for me, when I've tried to quit bad habits, sometimes it doesn't work. Like sometimes the motivation is not there. Like I'm like, what if I have like a McChicken today, and then the next
then
day
you're like, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I ate fast food yesterday. Today wouldn't hurt, and then it happens for a week, and then it happens for a month, and then it happens for a year, and then you're up 20 pounds, and you're wondering why. Exactly. Look at every step you take, how it's affecting you. Is this going to affect me positively or negatively in the long run? Just ask yourself that question. And then just keep noticing things as you're going on your journey. Like, what's going to help you to, like, avoid these urges of, like, gaming or going on your phone too much or eating bad food, etc., etc. Again, the things I'm saying, like, my examples, it's not fit for everyone. It just works for me. So like, do what works for you. Like you can do 1 week off, then 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on. Then you could do a few days or not. Again, just customize it to you and what works for you. Eventually, you just need to get into that, mindset that I'm gonna make this shit happen, and I'm gonna make it work for me. So that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and then on being aware, like this can be like in the simplest of examples. Like I know people that, let's say they're studying for college exams and whatnot. So like they can't think while they're in their own room. They would have to go like to a library or a classroom or something. Like there's too many distractions in their own room. So if you can realize what is gonna mess up your flow, take action. If you driving past the McDonald's is gonna urge you to go through the drive-thru, don't go that direction. Go around a different route or something. Things like that.
Exactly. I mean, I run into this too. Like sometimes in my room, like I just got like my phone's right there, and I'm working on my computer. I'm just like, I'll go on Instagram for like a few minutes, and then it's like, oh shit, I'm on here for half an hour. I better get back on my work. Like, just if there's a certain distraction, like, cut it out. If you know it's gonna affect you, just take it out of your room, take it out of your environment. Be like, okay, this space is my workspace, and then wherever else is where I could do whatever thing. So just be cognizant of the fact that you're in the driver's seat, and you got to make the right decisions for you. I can't do it for you, so gotta just do it.
Yeah, that's why I've learned, like, the benefits of having like two computers or something. So like one, you can have all your nonsense, and then the other one's like, you know, your business, your work, your school stuff. Yeah. Because like if you have it all together, like you're just one double click away from opening a new program. They'll just fuck up whatever you've been doing.
Facts. Again, self-awareness is a big thing. Like, just be aware of who you are, what makes you tick. Like, go do this shit. What takes you off track. Adjust to where you're at. You're good to go, man. That's all I gotta say. And again, I think we're gonna wrap this up here. And I'm gonna leave you guys off with this quote. Victory will never be found by taking the path of least resistance. And that was by my boy William Churchill. So, I mean...
Yeah, you knew him personally, right?
It's my boy. Alright, so again, if you ever feel resistance, just remember that's a good thing. It means you're getting out of your comfort zone, so you're doing something good. And if you feel resistance, just keep pushing. I'm telling you, you're gonna see a new part you've never seen. You're gonna start doing things. It's all momentum. So again, you got anything to say?
No. I think we hit all the main points. I mean, you guys can do this. You just need to develop a plan and be self-aware, and you can zip right through this. Whatever you're dealing with.
Yep. Follow the game plan. All right. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more information on this podcast. Again, you can find us on YouTube, the Anchor app,
and other platforms.
You can find all that on the Anchor app. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at Flonestt, and you can follow me and Vadazi at Aries Advice and Vadazi on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
And, podcasts every Monday, every Wednesday. We try to put some blogs up twice a week on Flonestt.com, so don't forget to check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, guys.